Alright, what is up everyone? We're back again with another POI analysis. This time we're looking at Lazy Lake. In total, Lazy Lake has how many fucking chests? 14, 20, 20, 31. 31 chests total, which is a fuck ton. One of the biggest POIs in terms of chest. I mean, it looks even with Sweaty. 31, actually, yeah, 31 at Sweaty, so it's pretty hot drop, looted. It has pretty much everything and drop, basically. So next, let's look at bunker chest. Again, the only bunker chest we had is kind of similar as this one here. So if you get lazy on con, what you can do is send one person, either one here or one here, and then this guy picks up a car and goes loots the bunker chest and comes back. That's an option, you know, or this like this, because no other team other than Lazy can get there that early unless one is doing like a Spire split, something like this. But in most cases, so if you're unconned, someone that lands back here can run back, hit it, and loop back up. Misty won't get there early, Caddy won't get there early, so it's pretty much a free god chest for free god chest for the Lazy team. If you're unconned. If you're conned, then no, not really, but whatever. Alright, let's go to off-road tires. So we have an off-road tire spawn right here. This is a garage, so you can, there's also a fuck ton of cars, so you have your choice of what type of car you want to throw it on. And now mechanical parts. So 100% mechanical parts. We have 3, 6, 7, 8. So that's enough for, you know, a blue pump, a blue AR, or a purple pump, or whatnot. Just make sure all these are hit like 100%. But really, why Lazy is so good is because of the cars and trucks that are nearby. So you can see there are tons of cars and truck spawns. So you basically will have unlimited mechanical parts for your entire trio. So, you know, your purple pump, purple scar, mechanical bow, you know, whatever you guys, magnum, whatever you guys want. So it's pretty much guaranteed and a pretty free location if you get it unconned. The topic of mechanical parts, let's turn on NPCs. So we have Cabby here who has a rift, which is good. You can definitely find enough gold in here to rift. But in most cases, Lazy will be in zone, so it's kind of like you don't really need to rift because in most cases it's in zone. So it's kind of like, oh, like what's the point of rifting to like over here? But you know, let's say zone for some reason pulls all the way up here or something like that. Then if you guys have enough gold, you can for sure rift. Also, when I was talking about Magnum, Deadfire over here, he sells a Magnum. So instead of wasting mechanical parts, you guys can just run over here. It might be purple, gold, blue, green, whatever. Buy the Magnum from him and then dip out. And that's it for NPCs that are nearby. I mean, we have like Cluck and Rex over here that you can just see what you can get from them. But it's not like the crazy NPCs with good shit. Alright. Talk what's next. Boats, yeah, there's the boat spawns, zip lines, none really that will help us. Campfires. So there's not campfires in Lazy, but there are campfires all the way around. So if you are in the storm, you can just remember where all these are when you're rotating into and be good to go in terms of shield. Now Slurp Barrels. So let's turn chest back on. So there are 3 Slurp Barrels here, and there are also noms. These kind of tie into each other, so I'll throw it again. Again, there's only one bin of noms, but I mean there's chances for some stuff to drop from here. So if you're shambles, or if you're sending people like, let's say you have 1, 2, 3 like this. We have a split, and it's like send one person here, one person here, and one person here. So you guys own this portion of Lazy. This would be pretty good, not gonna lie, because Lazy has like a bunch of walls here that are like one person high. So you can either just run around the walls here, group up with your teammates anywhere around this spot over here, or even closer, and then push in if you want to. Or you, because you're on the outskirts of Lazy and you're not in the middle, you have the option to loop back and just dip out like this. So you can fish all this loot all this, and then, you know, hit this and hit Deadfire and all that. Because in most cases, like, unless one of your teammates gets beamed, these teams will fight first. Really just depends on if you guys stay hidden well and then dip out. If you guys get cracked, then you're going to get pushed first and whatnot. But that could be a split with the Slurp Barrels. It's not like Craigie where you want to share the Slurp Barrels with your entire team. Just because it's only 3, so if you guys all can get there and share it and then go in, that would be like best case scenario. But in most cases, this guy's just going to shield up as much as he can and then meet up with you guys. So let's look at fishing rods and fishing holes now. So fishing rods, we have like one out here on the dock, and we have a fuck ton in here for some reason. Oh, this is like a fish shop, I'm pretty sure. Most of the fishing holes are out here. So if you, again, do a split like this, then you can fish all this and dip either upwards like over here, or you can go down the river, hit this, you know, hit the bridge that's over there, and be good to go. But you also, like, if you clear out lazy, you know, don't be afraid to fish all this with, you know, harpoon, pro fishing rod, just a normal fishing rod, whatever. Fish all this because you never know where you're going to get. You know, 4 floppers are better than 3 med kits, and like, you know, 3 shield fish are better than 3 bigs, but like, so don't be afraid to, you know, sit back and fish. There's also a campfire here. So if you're in storm, you can fish for a while, take the boat that spawns here all the way down and rotate into the zone. So that's it for the breakdown of lazy. We're just going to be talking about some splits. So first off, let's talk about one that focuses on these 2 houses here. We basically have 2 that focuses on those. We can send, you know, 1 person here on gas, so we talked about that. 1 person here, 1 person here. We already talked about the pros and cons of this. Cons would be that if, you know, they have 1 guy chilling up here, maybe 1 guy like over here, then, and if they see this guy alone, so whether this guy calls it out or this guy calls it out, then they can collapse pretty hard on him, and it might turn into something where, like, if there's another team over here, and this team might hear the fight in and start collapsing, and now you have like a pretty shambles situation because 2 can kind of reinforce, but 3 has like a fair amount of looting because he's 2 houses to himself. So if he comes, he might be a little bit shambles on loot. And if he goes the long way, the safe way, he's obviously going to be there like in a longer time. But if he goes down here, he might get caught out by a team on here, and then, you know, that's it. So there is a chance for number 1 over here to get caught out and all the fighting to happen around here where all these teams converge down and then this team converges, and then you guys have to try your best to support. So another split that utilizes these 2 houses is where you just go like this. We send 1 here, we send 1 here, and then 1 there. This is just a split. So you get, you know, a fair amount of chest. The loot won't be the best compared to everywhere else. More floor loot over here and a lot more chest over here. But again, you do have the option to rotate out. You guys can all dip down the river or dip upwards like this. You guys also have the option to loot all of this together and then go to gas station and hit the 3 slurp barrels together if it's there. And if it's not there, then, you know, take your shields and either like push one of these ways. So another split would be the center here, and there isn't really any way to cut this. Best case scenario is, you know, you guys alpha up this spot. If you're conned hard and there's just no way around it, maybe send people to like double up or triple up. So send like all 3 here, all 3 here. That just depends on really what you want. I mean, there's more chests here. I think there's 1, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 chests here, 5 chests here, but the garage is here, which guarantees a lot of mechanical parts. Let's go turn on mechanical parts. Yeah, so majority of the mechanical parts are on this side, and there's 4 here, so that's enough for a blue pump if everyone runs around and loots it properly. So that is an option like that, but let's say there's only 3 teams here. So you send, you know, 1, 2, and then 3. You guys loot all of this together. If 3 here's people pushing up, then 1 and 2 supports. If 1 and 2 here people pushing up, then 3 supports. If you have someone that already has a good loadout, full shield, you know, a pump, a sub, some extra shield, AR, etc., send them on one of the rooftops. So put them either over here, and have them watch out for the teams that are coming. So You know, it's better for you guys to know someone's pushing up than somebody to push up and already have height over you guys and force you guys down and play like defensive. So now let's talk about the final one. There's probably like a 2 or 3 you can do here. So personally, this is the one I like the most. You send 2 people here and you send 1 over here. Now you guys have all this option, and depending on, you know, how much time you have and how quick it is, the second person that you send here could go down and check the bunker chest. So you could have, you know, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. This guy hits like the pool chest, hits the pool, dips down, checks the bunker chest, and comes back. This guy loots all of this. Maybe this guy also checks over here for any floor loot, and you guys go together. And then you guys can, okay, we have some extra shield, let's go check out gas. And you can, you know, rotate on the backside using the wall, rotate in the gas, see if the slurp barrels are there. Or even, you know, get a crack, get a beam over here, push up together. You guys already have an angle, 3 can loop around, go up top, you know, enter from a different side where you guys like push straight up the middle. These 2 teams up here could fight. So let's say that this happens and they're defending like this, and here's the fight in. You know, you could send somebody. Best case scenario is you guys all 2 you guys go here, or even all 3, and then you guys fight them here and beam them from the back, or send 3 like around, go for like a hard angle or something like that. But really, best case scenario is these 2 teams fight first, and you guys third party. If you can't do that, and for some reason they look at you guys right away, then you will just have to fight them, whether that's just sitting up here and buying time. So if you have your entire team, let's erase this. So you have all 3 over here, all 3 over here, and all 3 right here on the other team. And if they're just spraying at you guys, and you know for a fact there's another team on this side of the map, just sit here and wait. Just wait for this team to get third partied, and then wait for them to start fighting, like actually fighting, and then you third party them. I have to sneeze, so I'm gonna mute my mic quick. So that's really the only splits in lazy. Obviously if it's crazy con, you want to definitely send, you know, all 3 here, all 3 here, all 3 here, all 3 here. You definitely isn't enough loot to send all 3 in these spots. So if it's super con, then you have to pick a location, one of these, where you can send all 3. Even all 3 here would be kind of scuffed. So basically just one of these 3. If it's like a clusterfuck. Alrighty, so we talked about, you know, splits. Let's just go uncon. So if you're uncon, you know, what should you do? Send 1 person here, and 1 person in the middle, and then send 1 person up here. So this guy can loot like this, and then dip and fish. This guy can either loot like down into here, or just all of middle. And this guy can hit bunker, and then loot back up. And then mechanical parts, whatever. And then you guys dip down the river, or fight, or whatever you guys want to do. Go to zone, blah blah. That's uncon. Let's talk about people that can rotate into lazy. So because lazy is a pretty big POI, and there's always like a chance that someone's fighting in lazy, there's a lot of people that can rotate into it. First, let's talk about retail. So retail, if you remember from the video I made, can go down here and just car directly into lazy. That's a common rotate they do, because if retail doesn't have enough mechanical parts, they can always find more at lazy, because good chances you guys didn't hit everything or whatnot. Another thing that can happen is that there could be like, you know, 5 teams land in retail. The 5th team, 2 of them gets knocked, 1 of them's left, and he grabs a car and the reboot cards and dips to lazy. So if you hear a car enter in, or like super early into the game, good chances it's someone shambles from retail. So you can call that out and push them. So another rotate is caddy, just coming straight down like this. And then the last one is misty, you know, enter in like that. They really have a chance for 3 teams to push into lazy. You also have camp cod, you know, if camp cod rolls up, they can enter like this, or they can go down like that. Then, you know, the disc, there's not really any other teams. I mean, Hydro wouldn't push into it. Yeah, that's really it for teams that will push into it. So you really have the chances for 4 teams to push into lazy. So even if you're unconned and it's getting late in the game where like zones like here, be careful of the Misty team, the retail team, or whatnot, because if they were unconned, they're gonna want kills. Because you land retail because you want surge, you want kills, you want the god chest. Like you can fight well. Same for Misty and Caddy. So they're going to want some kills for points. So just be mindful of what time it is in the game and where everyone is. Now let's talk about where lazy can rotate to. So lazy can't really push into Misty or Caddy that well. I mean, you could take the dumpster up to Caddy. I mean, if you swim across and you get caught here, then you're pretty fucked. But you can't push into retail. That is an option. So instead of looting all of lazy and all 31 chests, if you guys loot quick, you guys all have a blue pump, green pump, don't be afraid to grab a car and just send retail. Because good chances are, retail's kind of a lot more compact than lazy. So the good chances that if this is con, they're still going to be fighting because, you might have a split. Someone might be doing this and then someone has blacked up. So you have 3 teams. And if they're all fighting like around Taco and you come in third party already kitted out, then, good chances you can leave this with like 6 kills or even more. Talk about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. That's not too shabby. So I mean, most cases in lazy you'll get zone, so it's like it's not really in the middle of the map, but like zone will be something like this, and you can just rotate like an inch in and get in. I mean, in most cases as well, like if it pulls to the left side of the map, like over here, let's say this is the zone here. If you're unconned, you can do this quick and dip to dead side as soon as possible. If we split it, where's dead side at? I'd probably do something like this might be a little difficult one. Up here is definitely dead. Down here might be dead too. Let's do something like that. Dead side, hot side is what we have. So again, if you're here and it's early on, you could easily just dip through that, go the long way, or say fuck it and go right up the middle. There's no point going up and in. It's good chances you won't make it and enter in time. So this zone, like, I'd probably say, all right, let's roll out. If it's a stacker, you're not going to want to go up the middle because if you remember, if you go up the middle, there's like more people that can tag you, especially if there's a team sitting in any of these power positions, then you're fucked. So you want to go the way that will be the least congested. So whether you go through the middle, kind of like this, and enter, or if you dip more down, take some storm maybe. If we turn on campfires, let's see where they are. Fires. Take some storm just to get the dead side. Like that's completely okay. Hit these, enter in. That's fine. If not, like a good play. Zone pulls down. It's a pretty free rotate. It pulls up here. Say that zone's like this. So let's do more to the right. Alright, here's zone right here. So you got pretty much a free rotate. You gotta be careful of the teams nearby. Where's retail going? Good chances they're just gonna either go down like this or go this way. So when you enter in either behind them, you gotta be mindful of where the retail team has ran to. So you would just grab a car if you have one left. You can hit the spire, get in more, maybe find like a power position on one of these hills, or the zipline spire would be a good position on the Coliseum wall, somewhere like that. Have a power position in mind depending on how much surge you need. If there's 4 teams landing lazy and you don't need any surge at all, don't be afraid to do like a deep rotate and enter like all the way up here where it's gonna be hella dead because you won't need surge and you already have kills. So you're just playing for placement. So let's talk about some power positions near lazy. And then I guess I will conclude it. So if we look around lazy, we have mountains over here, a hill here, kind of a hill here, and then all the buildings in lazy. So power position, I'd say anywhere on like this mountain a pretty good power position. Over here, pretty much on one of these big hills, on one of these big hills over here would be a pretty good position. And even on top of the biggest building in the middle here. So if you can get any of those spots, it's pretty good. You, depending on when you leave zone, you might have enough time to, you know, if Spire's center or near center, go run to Spire. You know, get on one of these mountains over here. Bust ass the Coliseum, because, you know, sitting on the Coliseum walls, they can't be broken down. You're already like 5 layers up. It's pretty chilling. Yeah, I think that concludes everything in regards to lazy. So we talked about the split with the gas, split without gas, middle split, tub pool hot tub split. You can even kind of throw gas in the pool hot tub split if you want, but that's kind of super dangerous because that means there's 2 teams up here that can collapse on your gas station boy, and this guy over here won't be able to help really at all. But anyway, hopefully I included everything. If I forgot anything, let me know. If you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, cheers.